What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bridging to Geekdom's Free Talk. This is a little different format than I'm used to. For some reason, StreamYard isn't working right now, so I was unable to record utilizing StreamYard, so I had to do it this way. As you can see, I'm just having a bunch of difficulties today. Anywho, I want to talk about the Us United hashtag. There's a lot of talk and a lot of division that's going on about a hashtag that is all about being united and standing united. And I want to explain why I think it's important that we utilize it and why I'm going to be utilizing it between now and, most importantly, on November 17th. Now, November 17th of 2019 was a monumental moment for fans of the release of the Snyder Cut movement. That was where recognition became huge. That is where Ben Affleck came out and tweeted, "Release the Snyder Cut," and Zack Snyder was pushing it, and so many people were pushing it that day that it was impossible for the studio to not take recognition and notice what was going on. So November 17th is coming up, 2020 is coming up in just a few short days. The hashtag Us United is in celebration that together, all of us, anybody who ever used the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut, anybody who ever made a post about it, whoever made videos about it, whoever talked to just whatever it was when it came to release the Snyder Cut, if you were part of that movement in any form or fashion, for the positive, for making everything a reality, for pushing the movement forward, for artistic integrity, for awareness and suicide prevention, in any form or fashion, if you were part of that movement, the Us United hashtag is in celebration of all that the Release the Snyder Cut hashtag accomplished. Now, it's important to realize this isn't taking away the Release the Snyder Cut hashtag. It's not taking away the Snyder Cut hashtag. It's not taking away the hashtag for Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is just a sign of unity. Putting aside all of our differences, all of the division that has occurred over the last year within the fandom. We had to put it all aside because it wasn't the division that made this happen. It was us united. Everybody working together and making sure that our hopes and dreams and artistic integrity and everything could come true the way that it should have to begin with. So, people sitting there still trying to create divide with a hashtag that is specifically about uniting everybody is laughable. People want to sit there and say, oh, only clout chasers are going to be utilizing this hashtag. Well, I can tell you right now, I am not a clout chaser. I have been part of the movement, for quite some time, not from the very beginning. While I stood off to the sidelines and was like, yeah, I'd love for there to be a Snyder Cut, and I think I even, utilized the Release the Snyder Cut hashtag a couple times here and there. I didn't truly get into the movement until just a few months prior to it being a reality. Actually, it was more than a few months prior. It was November of last year, whenever the website spoilerverse.com, me being such an avid believer in there being a Snyder Cut, I put together an article for this site in hopes that it would bring some recognition to what was going on in the Release of the Snyder Cut movement. But I'm not a clout chaser, and neither is a lot of the people I know that are utilizing the Us United hashtag. Just because you're using Us United, just because we're using Us United, doesn't mean that we cannot continue to use Release the Snyder Cut, or Zack Snyder's Justice League, or the Snyder Cut hashtags. You can utilize all of those. The fact that people are trying to sit there and say people are trying to take away from what Zack Snyder's Justice League did, or that the Us United hashtag does nothing for the Snyder Cut is just ridiculous. It just is completely ridiculous. So many of those people that I talk to on social media, I've talked to in person, I've talked to through Zoom or something like that, or through Skype. I've talked to them over the past 6, 7, 8 months doing this podcast and doing other things. The fact that you want to sit there, and a lot of these people are sitting there trying to say, no, it has to be this way, is proof that they're the ones chasing clout. And I don't want to throw more division into this, because it's pointless, it's ridiculous. I'm over the divisiveness of this whole thing. But just because somebody came up with another idea doesn't mean that it's wrong. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't say, you know what, yeah, let's celebrate this. Because that's what's important. We won. There is absolutely reason to celebrate. It's going to start the conversation again. You know, release the Snyder Cut. If that hashtag got trending again, which it very well could, and it has over the past, you know, for a while, here and there it trends. People are used to it. People have seen it. People know what it is. If we get something like Us United trending, people are going to ask, what's this Us United? Oh, well, do you remember the release of the Snyder Cut movement? Ah, yeah, that thing. Well, they're celebrating because they fought together, united, to make this a reality. They fought together to fight suicide prevention, or to help suicide prevention. They worked united and together to get the Snyder Cut to become a reality. That, to me, is what's important with November 17th and having any sort of event held that day. It's in celebration, it's in recognition, and it's in remembering that this would not have happened unless we'd all worked together. I don't know Zack personally, but I can assure you that he credits each and every single one of you who utilized that hashtag, who wrote articles, who blogged about it, who did videos, who did podcasts. He credits all of you, all of us, for making this a reality. Something to be celebrated. Completely. It is something to be celebrated. No one is going to forget, nobody forgets what the release of the Snyder Cut hashtag did. But we can't constantly sit here and act like it is 2019, 2018. We won. The Snyder Cut is being released. To sit there and throw up a hashtag release the Snyder Cut is redundant. It's not needed. It's happened. It's happening. That's why the DC fandom trailer ended with hashtag the Snyder Cut. Because it was no longer about releasing the Snyder Cut, it was about the Snyder Cut is coming. And even now, there are people who are pushing back on that. Release the Snyder Cut was a tremendous movement. Something that has never been done before in cinematic history. It was an amazing achievement that will never be taken away from what all of us united together has accomplished. And that is what everybody needs to remember. That is what November 17th is going to be celebrating. Yeah, sure, we're going to probably get some cool things from Zack Snyder. You know he probably planned on doing something on November 17th, being that it is the anniversary of the huge day of the release of Snyder Cut movement in 2019. It's also the anniversary of when the theatrical version came out. But you know he has something planned. if you were to ask me, I think it's going to be an official title reveal. I think it's going to be maybe another trailer, maybe a teaser, maybe some news that we're going to get parts 2 and 3 in some form or fashion. But we should not be looking specifically to the past. We should be celebrating that we are getting the Snyder Cut, that we are getting the thing that we fought so hard for. And I don't know what else to say. It doesn't, the fact that it doesn't necessarily, and this is something that people bring up, is how does it help the Snyder Cut? Well, what do you mean, how does it help the Snyder Cut? It's being made. Zack got millions of dollars to complete his vision for that film, stretching it out to 4 hours as a 4-part miniseries on HBO Max. What else do we need to do to help the Snyder Cut? Now, if you were to ask me, how does this help recognition of the Snyder Cut? Well, this does a huge deal in that. And that's what we want. You know why? Because we want to see more than just the Snyder Cut. As fans, we want to see more than Zack Snyder's Justice League. We want to get his entire vision, the entire arc that he had planned, that he was trying to put out over the course of the better part of a decade. He was trying to accomplish this. That's what we want to see. And how is that going to happen? Well, that's going to happen by recognition and people realizing that we won. There must be something to this Snyder Cut. There must be something that people are truly excited about. So let's get that HBO Max subscription. Let's pay that $15 a month. Let's jump on over there and see what's going on. That is what we need to do. We need to bring the recognition up that it's being released, that we won, that something was accomplished, that we're celebrating. Not just for a movie, but again for suicide prevention, for artistic integrity. We need to get that conversation started again. You know, even places like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, those places, in a sense, rebrand every so often. And it's not that they change their name, no. And we're not changing the true fight that we're going into. No. What we're doing right now is changing the brand slightly to adjust to what has occurred. To say, look, we won. This is what came of what we did. It's to make better recognition. It's to change things so people, things that were there before get stale. You know, sometimes you have to change the way that something looks to get more people involved, to get more people in there. We're not changing the heart of what our movement accomplished and what our movement did. We're just kind of repackaging it to try and bring more recognition in celebration of what was accomplished. Maybe I'm far off. Maybe that's not what some people intend this to be. But when I look at that, when I look at #UsUnited, it makes me think, and it makes me proud, that we sat down, all of us together, in some form or fashion, and made the importance of artistic integrity relevant. That we helped raise thousands and thousands of dollars in suicide prevention. That's important. It's not what hashtag you use. So to me, I want to get that conversation started again. You're going to see me post on Twitter Hashtag us united. But you know what else you're going to see? You're going to see Zack Snyder's Justice League. You're going to see the Snyder Cut. Because it's going to correlate with that. People will see us united as trending. Why is it trending? Oh, let's click on this tweet, or let's click on this post. Oh, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Oh, look, that's a picture of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So this has something to do with that. Maybe they ask more questions. I just think that the divide within the fandom needs to truly sit back and say, you know what, we need to stay united. We need to bring more people to this cause. We're still raising money. We're still pushing for more of Zack Snyder's work. But we did it united, and it doesn't hurt to get more people involved and get more recognition. With all that, guys, you know, again, this was kind of a different situation here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get some more of this on, you know, more of these videos up there on the YouTubes, obviously, because it's free talk. That's what I do. I am gonna get to a Mandalorian episode 2 review probably tomorrow after I get off work on my drive home. I'm just so terrible at time management sometimes, and I had all intentions of doing a review over the last few days, and I just lost track of time and just didn't get to doing it. But I will get one before the next episode comes out, and you know, definitely make sure you check out spoilerverse.com for more Bridging Geekdoms, as well as Shooting the Sith and so much more. Again, sorry about this. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to get better audio. Some issues with StreamYard, so I don't know how the audio sounds right now. Hopefully it's better. If it's better, I might just start doing this all the time. But with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you who subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you are somebody who likes this video, smash that like button. Follow me on Twitter, got Instagram, got Facebook, got so much going on. We got some big articles coming out on spoilerverse.com. Some big Marvel news has been dropping lately, so definitely check out spoilerverse.com for all that. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk at all of you later.